Hello, this is Danny from Danny Design Studio, and this is Autumn Class in a Box 2024, and we have got to our fourth project, which is a beautiful little wine bottle holder. I'm trying to get the wine bottle just to show you. It's one of those small ones that will hold a small wine bottle in there quite sturdily. Now, I got this at Tesco's in the UK, and you can get sort of 2 for $3, and it's quite a nice, lovely little bottle. You get all the slightly different sizes. This will fit this one, but it's got room for slightly bigger ones as well. So it's a nice little project. So you need 2 sheets of A4. Right, so I have cut mine down to size. Everything is on the tutorial. So one is bigger than the other, and you've got 5 panels in total. So you've got 4 on that panel, on that piece of card, and 1 on that one. Now I have cut and scored. So when you put your card in the trimmer, you will turn it, and the 5 centimetre mark is the base of your bottle, and the 4 centimetre mark, the smaller bit, is at the top. So I'm going to show you how to do this in a minute, but let us put these two together. So I've scored already. That's quite straightforward, so I thought I won't bore you with scoring. You've got a little tab, so you're going to burnish all the score lines. Burnish them really well, and then this is the base, the longer part, and the top part, and let's do this one as well. Then we're going to put it together, fix these 2 bits together so it's one longer piece. Okay, so it's easy to burnish. So with the 5 centimetre part at the bottom on both sides, you've got a tab to the right and a tab to the right on this one as well. Now this little rectangular bit we don't want, so we're going to snip away at an angle, cut up, and then I'm going to cut up these 3 other score lines up to that first horizontal score line. So that's that cutting. Cut this little tab off, and then that's it basically. So I'm going to put these 2 together, glue that tab and that one down. So try not to get too much glue out, but enough to glue it well together. So this bit is the tab. I'm going to fix it and align these horizontal lines here and here, and making sure that that is right up to the edge but not over the edge. It's up to the score line but not over it, because you want a nice bend in your bottle box. Okay, so then I'll show you how to do these, and all you need really is a little saucer of some sort. And if you've got a sponge that's quite handy too. So I put it on the sponge just to get some depth into your card. So what I've done is, I know that each panel is 4.4. So I'm going to get the midpoint, and what I've done here is I've made a mark at 2.2 on each of these top sort of squares, if you like. Each of them have got a little pencil mark. That's the tab, don't forget. So 2.2 from here. Then I put my marks here to that corner. Pretend that tab is not there. That corner, I'm going to put my rounded, anything that's rounded basically that will fit perfectly and give you a little bit of an edge like this. So a saucer is the best. So I'm just going to make a score line or a score curve from that point to that corner point, and the same. So I usually do it this way to start with, because then you have to turn your saucer around. So again, from that corner to that midpoint, then turn your saucer around, corner to midpoint, so it's sort of a concave curve. Spongy bit just helps you to get a deeper groove, because these are not easy. What you could do if you didn't want to do this is just put a straight line to there, but this is just something different. So looking at your box, the curves need to be mountain. The curves, just checking, mountain, yeah. So that is going to go like that, and like that. Not a very deep curve here, so try my best. It comes, yeah. And then just work the card around so you get that point. Just pop your fingers, coax it in the right direction. And it does come eventually. So you've got something like that. Okay, so the next bit really probably is good to punch your holes in there. You can do that now or afterwards. So you do need a little hole cutter. If you look on there, the hole is in between, on the straight lines in between, and just so that just do it so it's about a centimetre in. Try and do it straight in the middle. And the last one, it will need to be done when it's actually connected all together. So the next thing we want to do is actually put our papers on. I've chosen these papers. There was slightly the Christmas tree on this one. I thought I'll change it up a little bit, because I know that you've got Pretty Peacock in your little package. So cut all that to size, and start gluing it on. Start gluing it this way, making sure it's in the middle. It's got equal amounts of card either side. Speed it up. I'm just going to trying to put it in order so that it will follow a pattern on the bottle. I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't, but it's quite nice to see the pattern follow through like it would if you hadn't chopped up the paper. Oops. Right, top. Okay, so that one I know is going to go there. Try and make it central. That one, making sure that you've got the same direction, and all. If you have got a directional pattern, the candles are all going the right way. Otherwise, sometimes you lose concentration and the candles are all upside down. So there we go. Happy with that. This paper, by the way, is £2.50. Goes to a UK charity for children education. So every mini catalogue that they have Stampin' Up, they basically choose one of the papers to donate a significant amount to charity. So this one has been chosen. That's why I wanted to use it in the autumn class in a box. So I think now we are ready to move it and put it together. Okay, so now I'm going to put that tab and glue it all the way down. Glue everywhere. It's dried onto my fingers. Right, so the top, I'm going to pop that together. Making sure that it's a bit tricky. Making sure the edges are together here. Quickly before it dries. Happy with that. Takes a few seconds. Make sure you spend time on this part because you don't want a wonky bottle box or anything. This is a bit of a tricky part. Making sure it's all glued together. Right, so there we go. So now the other part is to bring these down. Now this is a little bit tricky because you want it to be that shape. Okay, so it all goes one after the other, these flaps. So I'm going to put the glue down, put this flap down. I'm trying to do it quickly because I want to maintain this shape. Right, so if I look at it, I want triangle up there and base there and there, because that's the shape of your bottle, the bottle box. Slightly coming over, that means that I haven't quite got it. That's it. It's better now, because that was overlapping those little flaps, so I know that that is wrong. It wasn't quite the right shape. So you just need to work quickly with the glue and make sure that you're happy with the shape, and then once you are, you can just take something long and make sure glued down. And while that's drying, take your little disc that I've given you. It may need your pokey tool to take the rest of the dots out, because this is just going to strengthen the base of your bottle box. And all the little dies that I've given you may need a little pokey tool to get rid of the rest of the dots. So, just makes a mess. So then that's going to go on the bottom. And tidy up this bit. Okay, makes it look a bit nicer. Glue on. Okay, make sure I've got the shape, and then bring these in again, these panels. Right, so I haven't got a, there, that's where I'm missing a little hole. I'll just pop that in there. So it's basically going to come like, the straight lines are going to go in. That's it, straight lines in. Straight lines in, just making sure it does go together before I put my, and that's how you get your little top part. It's quite pretty, little star shape. So let's put the bottle in, making sure it fits, and then you've got a piece of tissue. So what you do with your tissue, I'm not saying tissue, I mean ribbon. I was going to say if it's too big and wobbly in there, you can easily put some tissue in. So make a point on your ribbon and then just feed it through. Through those little holes. It will fray a little bit. I've given you plenty of it, so you should be fine. So that's going to be brought in, that's going to be brought in. So plenty of ribbon. You need to cut it again, which I probably do. So in and out. See what you can see. It's not too, at least you can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I use a little pokey tool. Nope, doesn't want to do it. Right, so all the straight lines in and tighten the bow. Make a nice long bow. If I had more time, I would just snip that off a little bit and that's not quite right, and I don't know why. I don't want to take much of your time here watching this. I'll have to sort this out, but it does come into a little star shape like that. Mine's not doing it, not playing ball. So you then need to find a little area that you want to be the front. So I have picked this die shape up from my little paper bag that I've given you of goodies. Then again, I'm going to just do the edge just to get rid of that harshness of the white and tie it in to the rest of the bottle. And then just put it on one panel. So only in the middle. I'll put it in the box. And I know I'm not going to get it on the white. And then pop it where you want it. And then last thing to do is put a little gem on. Which that is a lovely little present, don't you think? 2 little wine bottles, and that completes the rest of our project.